some confusion in the match here between both of the teams to see if there was a delay or not, but it seems that we do not have that delay coming in. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got a match started up for your 16 UTC time slot. We got Mr. Beast Money, Waddle Dee, a 7th seed for the C10th. My name is XCXD. It's Homie will be joining us in the commentators booth for this wonderful round of 16 match in the winners bracket. And with the information that we have, both of these teams have not played the round of 32 matches. They have both won by default through FF on the other teams. And so by default, we already get to see the first glimpse of both of these teams going at it in the bracket stage.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that is why this is an interesting match to witness, you know? There's a lot of just opportunity right now in the round of 16 where the star rating is a little bit lower, the difficulty is decreased, there is a lot of opportunity to actually try and abuse. This is a prime position for Team Waddle Dee here to go even further in the winners bracket, but of course, it is going to be an uphill battle. Team mrbeast Money here is just kind of incredible. They have a lot of great players, and what matters most, they're able to pump out incredible performances, especially on some of those HRs, which are pretty much they are completely confident on. I believe they were able to get number 2 score in the qualifiers on the HR1, but I'm not so sure that it is going to be transitioning well into the HR1 of this pool in particular.
Yeah, well, on paper, you're looking at these teams' rosters, and Mr. Beast Money, a couple of well-known names such as Dash Lion for Germany and Amastatic from Amastatic from Finland, another prominent tournament player currently in the 3-digit area, where he's won the recent Konyo Cup, so don't shy away from their accolades from Mr. Beast Money. But Waddle Dee, you know him, you love him. That is a pretty much stacked team of many of the OSU World Cup Canadian teammates, as well as a new prospect for the USA rookies. You got TTV UFO, so Birchman, Peekapone, Steam, Happy, aka Pollute, and Nujabes, aka TS Fury, for that Waddle Dee side. And they're coming from the lower seed, which is unexpectedly, a lower seed than you should get from a team that caliber. But especially in Resurrection Cup, where you're in an open rank setting where anybody can team with anyone, it's bound to have like a lot of people in those lower seeds where you'll have a little bit of underperformances in the qualifiers. The role won by Birchman, but expecting from bands on Waddle Dee, definitely looking for maybe some mechanics bands, because Mr. Beast has just an absolute stacked roster of DT mechanics, Nomad 2, Flow Aim, Stream Stamina, as well as just Hard Rock in general is one of their stronger suits. So mechanics for Mr. Beast Money is up in the high in this match, but Waddle Dee, they have that World Cup caliber, they have that veteran status, and especially when you're going against some really unknown people in the Unbeast Money team, it's going to be very, very scary for what they can do.
I mean, definitely. I am honestly quite excited to see what are going to be the bans and picks here, simply because, again, it is, as we do not have a lot of information on them, especially because they have not played the round of 32 player matches, right? They got the FF from the opposite team. Their qualifier scores are not going to be represented well what is going to be happening on the skill sets in this round of 16 map pool, right? As I mentioned before, HR1, while Team Rose is a little bit above Team Ares here, at least in theory, on paper, on this type of skill set. In this round, we are going to be seeing a lot of tech elements in the HR1 slot, so it is still going to be a little bit interesting to see, simply because, again, a lot of skills are going to be overlapping, they're going to be changed up in this pool, and as we are going to be seeing the first one coming out from Team Rose, it is already at least makes some kind of sense, but not completely. Nomad 5 reading map of this pool has been decided to be excluded from this match, but I'm slightly surprised it is not HD2 that we are seeing getting out of this pool.
I mean, it's understandable for a Nomad 5 ban. Gimmick. You're looking at the likes of TTV UFO, Blue on the other side. And we also have just a DT2 ban from Waddle Dee. It's understandable. You just have absolute mechanic galore on Mr. Beast Money. So Nomatu pick instantly out of the gate for the red team here. And that is pretty much an obvious pick for Mr. Beast Money here. You're going right into speed for the 244 burst on this map. Monochrome Voice. Everyone knows this map. The Cosmo Artist, especially on this map, does have a little bit of snappy aim, mainly focusing on that burst capability, how well you can able to hit the 3 bursts to the 1 notes, back to the 3 bursts, and a couple of longer streams down the line into the ending key eyes on that last third of the map. But especially, it's still a very scary pick because Waddle Dee, they do have mechanics. You got TS Fury. You also have Pikapone. Birchman is also there for the mechanical carries on the kind of maps that we have been presented. And it's a 7.1 SR pool, so it is only 0.1 lower than the qualifier's star rating. So it is kind of a accurate showing on where their mechanics can be. But it's a 7 seed versus a 10 seed. You should be expecting some very close matches. Should be expecting to win your own picks. Breakpoints probably are going to be extremely rare in this match on paper, but you never know in the terms of Osu.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. There is no knowing what is going to be happening until it actually happens, until the match commences. But yeah, Nomatu, as you mentioned, pretty much a standard pick, a little bit more of a safe one, right? Just going for what you are as a team feeling really good at, not necessarily trying to use the disadvantages that team Waddle Dee here has, right? Simply because, again, if you are going to be looking at the qualifier scores, they had a lot of similar performances on those tapping picks, with a small exception of very high BPM, high skill ceiling tapping challenge that was DT3. That is the reason why we are seeing DT2 bans here from Team Iris, but again, just a decent starting off pick, maybe even a little bit of a scouting one, just to see how Team Iris is feeling today in particular. But well, good luck, have fun is in the chat. That means that we are going to be starting the first map of this matchup finally soon. Team Mr. Beast, Mr. Team Waddle Dee facing off on the 240 BPM streams. Here we go.
Any momentum, let's gain it. A lot of pressure on Mr. Beast Money. I'm not sure if Birchman is comfortable on the kind of lower AR, or excuse me, the higher circle size. Could be anything that Birchman's not playing. You have 4 speed players on your team for Waddle Dee, so like you could have any of those 4 people interchange your rosters, but as you can see, everyone very comfortable on the speed. Is actually lead for Iris just because of accuracy currently, but this map is 2 minutes long and a little bit more seconds, so not a lot has been happening. It is a 15k difference in the lead of Iris to Waddle Dee. Into the first key eye we go with the first set of huger or longer strings of burst here.
Indeed, and it seems like, at least for now, the advantage is slightly going towards the Team Iris side, simply because of the combo advantage that is coming, especially with another miss coming in from Viljoy from the Team Rolls. But again, it's only a middle of the map, another miss coming in finally from Tuto, just considering even getting further and further, building a ball even bigger for Team Iris against Team Rose here. With another miss from Amastatic, it's only going to be considered better, and it seems like it was a mispick possibly from Team Rose here, as we are still seeing a triple of C from the team of Wu.
Triple FC. You expect it from that roster right there on the right side of the screen. No FCs on the side of Mr. Beast Money. It's already going to be a quick early and first breakpoint of the match. Let's just see if all these 3 FCs could be capitalized on the 244 BPM streams here. Or excuse me, 240 BPM streams. VLJoy, I believe VLJoy is one of those players that had the kind of like stream flow mechanic top PP plays on his profile. PP profiles, won't tell the whole story, but A little unexpected underperformance from that man right there. It's a TS Fury break for the double FC only on the side of Waddle Dee. So not going to capitalize on the triple FC, but nonetheless, that is a crazy 1 million score difference for Waddle Dee to start us off in Nomad 2. First map, already a break point, 2 S ranks, 2 FCs, and what a beautiful sight that is.
Yeah, I mean, that is just a bit unfortunate for Team Rose here, simply because, well, they were the ones to pick this number 2, right? The scouting did not go as expected. They have shown that they are not feeling completely confident of this type of speed or this type of tepid maps. They might have some consistency issues, but honestly, they're not the big ones, right? Due to an Amacetic still only with 1 miss at the second third of this map, just doing great, and Willjoy falling because behind with only 2 ones. But unfortunately, in this situation, in the open rank, in the Resurrection Cup 2026, it is more than enough to lose a point in this matchup, and that is why the lead has been given away. And now it is time for Team Iris to find what they want to consolidate that lead for. Going towards that 2-0 point, and honestly, I'm not completely sure what would be the best idea for them here. I mean, of course, there is some maps still open, like HR1, like Nomad 4, but they are still a little bit shaky.
I mean, looking at the caliber of the roster, you have Plute just sitting in the sidelines waiting for one of those gimmick picks to come up. You can go into that hidden 2 that we've thought that mrbeast would be banning due to the low AR at 7.5. And you also have that Nomad 5, but it has been banned from mrbeast. But it is going to be that Nomad 4 pick. We are going to undoubtedly going into some beautiful tech here. It's going to be one of the first originals being played in this matchup here. The Beat Wizard, party in my head won't stop, so I call it a noise complaint. Beautiful custom map by Fireblaze as well. It's a wonderful original, wonderful map, and especially in a wonderful match like this. It's great to have a normal 4 pick like this.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this map is pretty much what you would expect to see on your general Nomad 4 sword, right? It has a lot of just general tech elements, but it is still a little bit mixed with some mechanics as well. There is some burst, some general aim patterns. Nothing too major, but yeah, the main trouble will be, of course, with the mech aspect, with the tech aspect, and that is the reason why Team Iris here is picking this map. They are going to be feeling confident. Of course, in the qualifiers, they had a little bit of an underperformance. They had a score lower than the Rose was able to produce in the qualifiers, but that is still just a few thousand score away. So now they're looking to prove that it was indeed an underperformance, that they are able to do, to go out and do what they can do best on this type of stuff. Of course, the only question is if they are going to indeed able to continue that further into the match here, because of course if they are going to be able to win Nomad 4, HR1 really opens up even bigger for them, as it is a bit of a mechie pick here. But also I will be looking forward towards some of those free mods.
Yep. The famous Daria tech term comes into mind when you think of maps such as this one. You hear the song, you look at this map background, it does scream a lot of Daria in terms of all its elements, all its themes. And with the Daria tech, yeah, you're definitely seeing the general tech side of stuff, more mechanics, as Tommy said, but that Daria tech does love its sliders, does love its accuracy destroying patterns, especially on the, I believe you have these really weird slider streams, slider burst in these kind of patterns that are able to destroy your accuracy quite a bit. Same 3 players for Waddle Dee. It is going to be Anesthetic subbed in for Dash Lion. So we're seeing the same 5 players currently in the lobby, but now in general that is 1 sub in for Dash Lion and mrbeast to see if we can turn the tide, see if we can get a breakpoint back to try and save that consolidation fear away from us. And Waddle Dee, they're going to be very comfortable on that tech side. Nujabes AKT's Fury has been really good at tech lately. Pikapone, of course, yeah, all-arounder. He's going to be able to play any kind of map you throw at him. TTV UFO, prospect in the making. 99% already on this map is absolutely crazy, as everyone is still in the low 97s, a couple of 98s all around, but that accuracy from TTV UFO, that is going to be a reason why you should look at this guy.
Indeed, as the first quarter finishes, it seems like there is still both the teams are still in equilibrium. There is no combo breaks, and the accuracies are relatively similar, at least in a general sense. Of course, the TV UFO is going to be popping off crazily, at least for now, but still, it is a team tournament, so the advantage is slightly skewed towards the team roles, at least for now. Never mind that it seems like we have seen some more accuracy, the breaks coming in, but Nujabes with the first miss of this map will be given the opportunity, opening up a wound that mrbeast Money can try to exploit. As we are already heading towards the second half of the map, it is finally the miss earlier going to be finally traded by Villjoy 209 from the team roles, but it is still not going to be enough. The 100k score difference has been built. Tuto will be finding another break, and now it is a question if they are going to be able to hold on to that advantage.
You still got such a long road to go if you're Waddle Dee. Pikapone needs to do a lot of heavy lifting for his team. Put both TTV UFO and TS Fury on his backpack, as Dash Lion needs to do the same for his team as well. It is one more key eye section, one more types of patterns to come back in. All eyes on those two players to carry a huge performance, but supporting combo is also very important here too. VL Joy dropping some supporting combo as Dash Lion still has the FC to contest with Pikapone, TTV UFO, and mrbeast, TS Fury. They have the supporting combo. There's breaks on Tutil and VL Joy, so Dash Line does not have any support, no help at all. And you see that score lead transformed onto the blue side. Dash Line finds a break. Pikapone, he's held in the FC, and TTV UFO finally dropping that supporting combo. What can you do? TS Fury, Pikapone putting on an absolute lights out show on the Nomad 4. You thought that would be such a win for mrbeast Money there, but that is a Pikapone takeover. And when I say that any of those players on Waddle Dee can take over, that is what you see right there.
Am I wrong to assume that we have seen a reverse show coming in from Pikapone? I might be mistaken, but that is still going to be incredible score from him. Just generally a great team performance right now from Waddle Dee, right? Lion was trying to pump out, doing whatever he could just to get another point and equalize it towards the team roles, but unfortunately, it is not going to be enough, as Nujabes, Pikapone, and another place that I forgot the name of, unfortunately, are going to be enough to get a second and decisive lead towards the team Waddle Dee. The question is what they are going to be continuing now, right? Because the pick is going back towards the team Rose, towards the team mrbeast Money. They have some ideas possibly to go for. Again, it is still going to be a bit of a coin flip, right? Since Nomad 2 did not really work out towards their favor, right? As the tapping picks are going to be a bit more uncertain now. So maybe it is time to go towards some of those a bit of a aimy picks perhaps? Maybe even Nomad 1, just for the sake of it.
Yeah, in terms of aim, you could go into it, except you do have to deal with Pikapone, which has been incredible on the aims, and TTV UFO as well, has showed incredible status or incredible performances in the Kel Online Invitational, especially in those aim picks that reach into those 8-star rating pools. But we're going to a Fremont 2 pick, very default, very slot pooled, as we always know that the Fremont 2 will always be our anti-mod, with the circle size 5 and the AR will be 8. So you best believe that the Hard Rocks will be on the 6.5 circle size, and the Hiddens will love their low AR on the 8.
I mean, yeah, definitely. This Primo 2 is indeed an opportunity, an attempt to go for something a bit different here. We have seen it previously just on the LWC 2025 in the quarterfinals as, again, Primo 2, but, well, there is a reason why it is appearing in the Resurrection Cup 2026 again. It is kind of a mix of a flow aim and just general, I guess, awkward aim in the second half, right? There's a lot of just very interesting, almost axe patterns that are going to be scattered throughout the second half, and I feel like that is pretty much might be a choke point right now for Team Waddle Dee, right? They have not shown that they are absolutely insane and consistent on those aim patterns, especially in those modes, right? HR or HDs. I feel like that might be a good pick coming in from Team mrbeast Money.
Yeah, especially when you talk about how this Fremont 2 kind of lays itself out. Pretty much all the things that Tommy described. And the Fremont 2 is just a Fremont 2. There's nothing else that you could really say about this map. Expecting, I believe, Birchman to finally hop in as well as Pollute. You're definitely going to have Lion on mrbeast Money. And I believe Anesthetic. I know he's an all-rounder, but there is a couple of low AR maps or a couple of gimmick maps that he's unable to play. Definitely having 3 players to be able to pick up these Fremont 2 kind of gimmicky maps is just very important for your team structure in general. And the gimmicks in the Resurrection Cup have been already kind of crazy. I mean, you had in the qualifiers for Magnetic the Illit and the Hidden too. Wow, already 7.5 AR in the qualifiers. So we love being in that lower range of AR in terms of how we love to structure these map pools in terms of the gimmick. But it's AR8. It's still going to be very, very comfortable for the players that are absolutely wonderful at your beautiful AR8. And of course, you're seeing TTV UFO, mrbeast, aka TS Fury, Pollute for the side of Waddle Dee is going to be Two-Tail still for mrbeast Money, Dashline still for mrbeast Money, and Zumi, our first sub in and our first time seeing him this match.
Well, and would you look at that? It seems like we are going to be having a kind of on-over mode from the side of mrbeast Money with Lion playing with Easy. Doing nicely so far, at least heading that double S with perfect combo. No mind that was not a great idea, I guess, from me to mention it, but no mind that it's still going to be some kind of an advantage going towards the team Waddle Dee, simply because there is more players that have broken their combos, in particular Zumi and Steam Happy, but well, there is still a lot of time to recover, a lot of time to get back on the ground, and Total, TTV UFO and Nujabes are trying their best to not make it happen. The only question is, again, as we are getting through this kind of this whole section, if they are going to be comfortable enough on the second half of the map, right? Because I'm pretty sure this is what Team mrbeast Money right now is banking on going all in.
It's just a simple combo from Dash Lion right now, just a little bit lower than the truly FC that you could have, but the hard rock aim from TS Fury and TTV UFO are holding up so wonderfully well for both of those players on Waddle Dee. Pollute on the low AR hidden, on some uncharacteristic breaks on the hexagon patterns here. I mean, those patterns are absolutely demon on hidden. That's a mrbeast break. It's a couple of breaks traded from Zumi as well on TS Fury, but Pollute, yeah, I mean, what can you do on the hidden? This map is absolutely awkward as hell. On the ARA, the density of this map is just no means easy at all. That's a break on TTV UFO, but you also have so many more breaks on the side of Dashline. Actually, it was a Bancho, so the easy multiplier is still doing kind of work here, but there is a lot of score to make up for Zumi's Decifit on that 300k that could have been, but Two-Tail had a little bit of combo there. But as we can see, that pie chart filled up, and that is a 255k score difference for Waddle Dee, winning the Fremont 2, and yet again, a break point already for Waddle Dee.
Yeah, second break point most likely. Of course, if we are going to be having some kind of recalculation, right, I feel like it is going to be much a closer performance, right? Because 200k score difference is not so big, especially when you are having easy player on your team. But damn, it is still unfortunately not enough. A great gamble, great attempt from Team Rose, especially from Two-Tail, who only had one side break in the middle of the map and was able to see the rest. But unfortunately, it did not work out this time around. giving away another breakpoint towards the Team Iris, and well, I guess they are going to be feeling really comfortable right now, especially as they are winning right now against a higher seeded opponent, and quite confidently so, especially considering that they still have some picks to go for. I'm looking at that HD2, looking at that HD1 possibly, after especially seeing Free Mod 2 in play and just overall inability to get through those awkward patterns on the HD player from the team of mrbeast Money. But yeah, it is definitely a hard decision to make. There is a lot of maps to consider.
I mean, especially on tech, Nomad 4 was considerably a very good pick for Waddle Dee there. So you're looking at maybe Hard Rock 1 as another pick, because the tech could be another secret card that you could use against mrbeast Money. And in terms of picks, you already discussed it well. You have that hidden pool still up for you to be able to play, to be able to use hidden 1, hidden 2. On paper, you're a lot more comfortable. DTs are still on that coin flip kind of area. It's still up in the air. DT1 could be a takeover from mrbeast Money from all 3 players or none players, and anyone could be shit missing on the DT3 here. Fremont 1 especially, you still have just a lot of aim in general, a lot of consistency in the pool. Like, it's just I believe the more general kind of skill sets for Waddle Dee are just all over the place for the map pool. Still very good for them. But is mrbeast Money on the back foot, on the back seat of the car? They're just in a very, very bad position. I mean, one more win for Waddle Dee, that makes them guaranteed a match point, and then you have a treacherous road to overgo, which is 2 wins from your picks and 2 wins from the other side, if that's second pick were to go.
Yeah, indeed, and it seems like the question of what they are going to go for next is a hard one for Waddle Dee as well, but finally, after some consideration, we are going to be seeing a decision. HD2 is on the table for Team Iris, and well, you cannot get mad at that pick, right? It just makes sense. They have, I believe, gotten something like, yeah, exactly, number 1 qualifier score on that HD2. This time around it is going to be a bit different, a bit more aim heavy map, right? There is not going to be a lot of overlaps or particularly hard patterns to read on, but the general just consistency, AR8 HD aim is going to still make a big challenge for any of the players in the lobby. And well, Team Iris is really looking to get into even a better position for themselves, going for 4-0, just choking out all the air out of the mrbeast Money on the opposing side, and let's see if they are going to be able to do it.
Expected rosters, I mean, for the low AR, you're definitely going to have Lion once again. You're definitely going to have, I believe, let's see, on the side of mrbeast Money, you did have Two-Tail, you did have Zumi for that Fremont too. So maybe interchanging between the hidden players could be a good idea. But Waddle Dee as well. I mean, you're definitely going to have that same roster that you had, maybe just to switch around for Birchman, Picapone, and as well as Plute here. That is the main hidden roster for Waddle Dee there, and that's going to be a great pick for them. Tommy already described it. You're going with your guts. You're going with what you're most comfortable with. You want to put them away as soon as possible. mrbeast Money cannot get hot, because as a seed 7, they still have opportunities. They still have a lot of ways to try and get these breakpoints. And this hidden 2, as most comfortable as Waddle Dee is, it's still in that scary region where pop-offs still can happen for mrbeast Money. And it's not AR 7.5 this time around, since we had it in the round 32 as well as the qualifiers. It is going to be that same old AR 8 that you all love so much. And especially on the map like this one, going to be a very comfortable map for Waddle Dee, but still in that range where anything can happen.
Breaking news before we are going to be jumping in right into the HD2. It seems like the Free Mod 2 has been won by Team mrbeast Money. Actually, the easy multiplier was strong enough just to edge them out a victory within 53k. Indeed, that is incredible, but well, it is how it is. It is just a start then. Yeah, the score will be 2-1, and this HD2 will be at trouble right now, because they have to get this point right now. It is not just to get even more into the head of your opponents, it is just to get closer towards your goal, get some of that momentum going again after an unfortunate loss on the 3-2, but yeah, they are trying their best and it seems like it is working out, as we are seeing a lot of breaks coming in from Team Rose here, especially early on, only tried it by Steam Happy, but it is but an intro.
In the awkward aim, you can already see these very close 1-2s and the very far patterns. Villajoy gonna find the first set of breaks, or the first huge set of breaks for Mr. Beast Money. The accuracies are just not good at all for my boy Joy here. But Dash Line finding another break in this little bit of the easier section, not in that key ice section where you saw all those 1-2s, but it's just breaks back and forth on the side of Mr. Beast Money. The only solid combo you have is on Zumi, but you do have to contest with 3 Titan up combos from Waddle Dee, Steam Happy, aka Plute, the only one to find 1 break, but it is a double break on the side of Waddle Dee. Villajoy trading that out, but Zumi needs to contest with UFO. And that is not a very good contest whatsoever. I mean, 250k score lead, already halfway through the map. You have a lot of digging to do. You have a lot of treacherous road to traverse right now for Zumi, as you need to carry Mr. Beast Money through this last half of the map.
TTV UFO here is just showing again and again that he is indeed becoming one of the most feared players right now in the open rank, just getting some incredible performances previously on just free mods, on HR, and now doing so great on the reading part of this map. The only one trying to again chase him is Zumi, but he is just looking at behind, trying to speed up, get towards his side, but the speed is not going to be increasing. He needs to find a mistake, he needs to find a trouble in the TTV UFO's gameplay, he needs to see a combo break, but it is still not happening. The only chance, the only possibility is slipping away as the score difference is going up and up, already reaching 300k point, and again with another miss coming in from his teammate from Villajoy. It is only going to be even more devastating of a loss if Zumi indeed not going to see some of that unfortunate mistakes from Team Iris.
Waddle Dee, you are just an absolute unit and have been showing so far this match. 2TV UFO, this man is low AR demon, the density demon, the gimmick demon. 2TV UFO, he's a World Cup winner of 2025, or excuse me, yeah, 2025, and he's still continuing to do his things right here. I mean, he's still on the FC. He's gonna close this out. There's a Zumi break. It's impossible to overcome this hurdle of a huge 500k lead. And that is, I believe, the FC cut streams. Does he get it? He does. Hitting 2. An FC for TTV UFO. Almost a million in score, but 97.73% accuracy. We'll take it for Waddle Dee. A 3-1 win for Waddle Dee there. And that is going to be them up in the lead by 1 break point. So it's going to be very comfortable in terms of the last 4 picks that are able to happen if we ever do so get to those points. But Fremont 2, looking back at that, it could be the 4-0 win if that easy wasn't taken. And that easy did save them a lot of time.
Well, still, I mean, that is really interesting to see, because even after incredible performance from TTV UFO on the HD2 right now, right? He still had insane supporting combos, supporting scores from his teammates, both 400k, and I believe even if he was to miss in the middle, they would be able to clinch out that points towards themselves, even in the worst of situations. But still, it means that we are going to be seeing again a little bit later than expected, but still a lead 4-1. Waddle Dee are on a match point and are looking to finish it out with the next map. Unfortunately for them, it will be a pick coming in from Team Mr. Beast Money, I believe, and I'm not sure what are we going to see here. Actually, I think I did a mistake. It is going to be still a 3-1, but yeah, Nomad 1 is on the table, and that is a gamble pick. You cannot say much more.
You were expecting this, Tommy, from the past maps. I mean, AIM. We are finally going into the consistency maps. We have yet to touch them this entire matchup, but now here we are in the first set of consistency picks as we are going into Nomad 1. And this is a map that I believe a lot of people know. It's a classic AR-10 map. whatsoever. It's a consistency map, of course, on the Nomad 1, but especially this map does have very, very awkward difficulty spikes, and very consistent ones as well. As soon as we get into those very Nightcore break parts where you have the voice really singing some high notes, that's where you're going to see the extremely long string of jumps, and I believe those strings of jumps go for about 30 to 45 seconds in terms of time. And for the 5 minutes that this map goes on for, there is 2 sections of those, so you have the key eyes that are going to be somewhat widescreen for most of the part, but you also have to deal with 5 minutes of pure consistency. There is no breaks whatsoever, but there's one little break in the beginning before you get into that huge key eye part, and I believe another one before the second one. And so Waddle Dee has the work cut out for them, but it's a job nonetheless that they cannot do. So Nomad 1, on to the last blue sky.
I mean, indeed, just a 5 minutes 26 seconds, the longest map in the pool. There is no other choice than to test consistency here, right? Just general aim, your ability to keep up. It was used in the FWC 2026 as a Nomad 1, and well, we are seeing it again. A great map, great song, will be fun to see and witness, but it seems like mrbeast is, again, as I mentioned before, is going to be gambling away, going all in to just get any kind of a foundation, any kind of ground to stand on, because right now they are lost. They are losing 3 points in a row, only getting 3 mod 2 thanks to the easy multiplier and an incredible performance from Lion. They have to find a break. They have to find a mental break at that, find an opening, and this is what they are going to be going for. As a good luck of fun is finally set in the chat. It means that we are going to be starting off possibly a start to a possible comeback for the team mrbeast money, looking to finally get another point on board for them.
Yeah, still able to make a comeback here. mrbeast money ain't out of the conversation just yet. Still in reaching range to be able to grab Waddle Dee by their back. But you do have a lot of stuff to go through, and especially this Nomad 1, you have 5 minutes and 28 seconds to do some beautiful Nomad 1 work here. Your aim has to be impeccable, your consistency needs to be impeccable, focus as sheer as John Wick. It has to be perfect from here on out. You can make mistakes on the way, but you just best believe that you need to pray that Waddle Dee doesn't make any mistakes whatsoever on this Nomad 1 at all. And right now, very, very simple jumps. It's pretty much very, very simple combo for a minute and 30 seconds. You're not going to see the real map until we get into that key eye section that I've been talking about. You could shit miss on these parts right here. It's still aiming. You still have to be able to aim these kind of wide jumps here. UFO's going to find the first break on what I say the easiest part of the map is, but nonetheless, that is just one break. It's 5 minutes in length, lots of map to play. Waddle Dee in the driver's seat currently in the matchup, but it is mrbeast money with the early lead here.
Giving the smallest of margins towards the Team Rose here, just letting, I guess, them to dream a little bit before coming for an inevitable demise, looking for another mistake coming in from Team mrbeast money, just banking that it is going to happen as it will fall. I'm going to be saying that he just missed to combo his nerves down. He's doing great, he's an incredible player, and he's going to be able to get some of those recovery combos going in no time, but of course, as we are going to be heading slightly, little by little, towards the second, third, we are going to be seeing the KI section on this map.
I'm just getting PTSD watching this map. 5WC 2026 Grands. I played this exact map on the last match in Grands. Lost it, but no whatsoever. Not yet. We haven't even hit the key eye yet. There is only one break. This is how long this map takes to be able to build up. So a couple of 1-2s, a couple of little aim sections, but now ramping up in the aim difficulty. Here we go. First key eye section, we're going to be able to hit it now. And now we go to the longer strings of jumps right here. It's still very comfortable consistency for all of these players. Dash line, first break. And that's going to be a little scary.
I mean, yeah, definitely an opportunity, I guess, to get into for the team Waddle Dee. They just need to continue what they are doing right now. UFO is going to be finding another break. Very uncharacteristic for him, but still, it is a needed point of a lifetime for Team Rose here. mrbeast money going to be scamming out the Team Waddle Dee out of that score, increasing their own advantage little by little, as long as they're going to be able to keep that combo going, to keep the FCs, keep the accuracies, and that is not trouble for Joy and Tuto from their side. There is no contest. They are trying their best. All the players in the lobby are going incredible. Viljo is going to be the first one out of the remaining FCs to go down little by little with another miss, but still the combos are not that far away. Another miss coming in from any of the players will changes the field drastically. Nujab is just a slighter under aim. Will be taking advantage again to the stalemate. Another miss from TTV. UFO is going to be even given a slight advantage on the combo side towards the team mrbeast money.
You're in it, but it's close. We're a little bit of combos off for mrbeast money. Excuse me, Waddle Dee. You still have that supporting combo, but it is just right now between Pikapone and Tuto right now. And back again in the second Ki once again. And Pikapone shaking like he has tremors right now, as you can see his cursor on the bottom right of your screen. mrbeast, he has Fury. That supporting combo gone. It's a very important combo as well, because the supporting combos from mrbeast money are building back up again. And the aim is just so wonderful for all of these players. The widescreens once again take TTV UFO apart. But that is widescreens. Everyone taken down. mrbeast breaks on the slider or the spinner. I'm not sure what he broke on, but it is right now another stalemate in this last half, or excuse me, last section of the map, and it's basically just easy combo from here now. What? What did bro break on? What is happening? What was that? Okay, well, that's just the win for Tuto there. I don't believe the map would have been won either way because of the stalemating combo, but you hit the hardest part and then you miss on the easiest part. Classic Osu.
But you know who did not miss? Tuto, still going insane, looking to close out that FC on the number 1 right now. No answers that Pikapone, of course he was, unfortunately, did find a solid break right before a slower section, but oh my god, what was that? Even after a break right at the end, only a 160k score difference between the two teams. That is as close as it gets on the maps like number 1. That is incredible, but still, what an incredible performance, not just from Tuto, who is still going to say, looking to after roll closed out and scam out the team Waddle Dee from another point. Incredible supporting combos and supporting performances from his teammates Viljoy and Lion. Incredible performance and worthy enough to equalize the score even a little bit more, getting them towards a 2-3 scoreboard.
That is a sexy score. 1.01 million on the Nomad 1. The only FC on the board. Pikapone, unfortunately, the miss of doom out of nowhere. It's evil. And Waddle Dee, what a break point that could have been. Unfortunately, just a couple of miss aims, a couple of mishaps on the Ki-Eyes. And I'd talk about those Ki-Eyes. Those were the main parts of that map. And they did deliver in terms of the combo stalemates, in terms of what built up we had in combo and Tuto. Incredible stuff from the boy, man, right there. But now it's the pick of Waddle Dee. Very, very comfortable stuff to pick still. You have a lot of tech, and I just saw the Fremont 3 looking wonderfully good for Waddle Dee here. I mean, that Fremont 3, the Nitro map, you have the aim control alt tech map there. And so, in terms of where you could go for maps, Hardwork 1, Hidden 1, Free Mod 1, they're all going to be coin flips. I don't believe it's going to be a very comfortable win for any of these teams, as we saw in that Nomad 1, that it literally just came down to one break from Pikapone in that last, that last part of that map right there. Nomad 3 alt, Waddle Dee, especially in alt control, like Free Mod 3 that I've been talking about, Nomad 3, they're very good at that. So Waddle Dee could probably shift their strategies towards those maps. Still, one more hidden map to go in this pool, as you saw on the Fremont 2 and the Hidden 2. There's very uncomfortable on some of these hidden aim picks, as we've seen, as they're a little bit of third player syndrome for Mr. Beast Money. But yeah, yet again, hidden one. It's going to be a double pick as we are allowed to do that. And it is going to be that hidden one.
And that is a fun one, honestly, right? As I mentioned before, a lot of maps have a lot of different kind of things into them, right? A lot of different skill sets, and that one is not really a different one, right? The first half is, as you would expect, just some general aim, some awkward buttons, just something to get you going, get you feeling like it is a regular HD1, right? Maybe a little bit easier than expected, but 1-2 smart patterns are like that. But when you are going to be coming towards the second half, map will be opening up even more with some flow aim checks, a lot of just different shapes, different aim control almost patterns that you have to get through, not even just read, but even aim properly. And well, that is going to be the challenge here. I'm not completely sure if that is going to be the best idea, I guess, for Team Waddle Dee, as one of the possibly last picks for them, but I guess they are just feeling good enough. They feel like the aim control is really in their back, and well, that is why we are going to be seeing HD1 as their pick.
Nothing else much to say about this hidden one, apart from y'all can do some BS is what the sheet says, but it is in terms of consistency what you usually get from the hidden ones. And we believe that for the Waddle Dee rosters, you're going to see the same rosters for hidden as usual. Nujabes, TS Fury, and I believe Pikapone, once again, the all-rounder, the kind of the glue for Waddle Dee here. Mr. Beast Money, definitely going to be seeing, I believe, if I remember correctly, you're going to have that roster of Veljoy, Izumi, and Dash Line as the, I've been pretty good on the hiddens so far lately in this matchup. But hidden one. So we get in the panic. We did not get into the transition just because we had to panic. A couple of players did not load it into the OSA client, but here we are. Hidden one. And yeah, the roster is correct, as I said. It is going to be the pick of Waddle Dee, as we have seen already, but it is going to be one opportunity only for Mr. Beast Money to be able to try and get a break point to try and tie us up, or we will see Waddle Dee enter that match point territory.
And it seems like the start is not being really kind for Team Mr. Beast Money here. Vilja will be the first one to find a break on this map, following closely with another one, which is not really what you want to see as a Mr. Beast Money team supporter. But again, it is just a start, it is just the interlude, it's just the first quarter. There's a lot of map to go through, but the accuracy drops are going to be devastating. The possible recovery combos are going to be even less effective now in the future for Vilja here, but still, it is what is more important is that his teammates are going to be able to support him well enough to come in where he comes a little bit just loser, as Najabi Pikapone and TVUFO from Team Waddle Dee are still holding triple Cs, incredible accuracy. Pikapone still holding double S halfway through the map, looking to get into the second type of patterns with incredible accuracy.
Yeah, I mean, this is Waddle Dee. This is what they do. Hidden is one of the specialties of Canadians, and TTV UFO is one of those other hidden players from America as well. Lion with a break from I have no idea where, and so it's gonna be one combo. Nujabes just traded your whatever mishappened. Pikapone broke on the sliders there. It's consistency in terms of some BS is what the sheet says, and yeah, there is some BS. But it is right now an advantage towards Mr. Beast Money. There's two huge combos. TTV UFO, lots of heavy lifting to do. Backpack needs to be held here for Waddle Dee here if you are UFO. But that is two players and another supporting combo coming back right up on Lion for Mr. Beast Money. And these wiggles, these burst sliders. And that's going to be a break on Waddle Dee. And that is a lot of combo on the side of Mr. Beast Money, as that lead already has shifted before that break ever happened, and that is no combo anywhere from Waddle Dee. Is a little bit from Pikapone and Nujabes, TS Fury, but that is a Zoomy and Vila Joy takeover if I've ever seen one.
incredible, again, just recovery from Will Joy right now. Even with the accuracy department, it seems like he was able to almost assess all the rest of the maps so far. Zoom is still holding a C, only FC in the lobby, just going insane, looking to close out this map, but it seems like the score difference is only going to be going up and up towards the team roles, and that is just going to be devastating loss, devastating breakpoint coming in for Team Waddle Dee, as it is going to be an equalizer now. The score will be going towards a 3-3 point, and now it is up for grabs for anyone. Team mrbeast Money was able to recover, able to get their mental back together, and now showing why they are still were a higher seeded team.
Welcome to the Resurrection Cup, where anything could happen, and this is what really happens in the terms of the matches here. Breakpoints galore. There's 2 breakpoints total in this matchup here. And Waddle Dee, mrbeast Money now tied up at 3-3. 1 pick left for each team apiece. And it's basically a best of 3, with all of those 6 maps meaning nothing. And you need these 2 picks to be very, very, very articulate, very, very important as well. Needs to be absolutely perfect from here on out from any of these teams, because mistakes could mean the end of your winner's bracket run here, and you will have to go through those treacherous trenches in the loser's bracket. But you got time to pick. 2 minutes, a lot of time to recuperate, a lot of time to recover from what was a very challenging hidden 1 breakpoint there. In terms of the mechanics here, DT3 possibly one of those maps that you go in for because of those really janky 270 BPM burst for the mrbeast Money team, as their speed is possibly been one of their best suits in this matchup so far. But the only loss that they had was on the Nomad 2, which was the mechanics map that they picked early on in this matchup. Hard Rock 2, we are into that precision, beautiful aim, beautiful streams in the Hard Rock 2.
What is even more important is the second original that we are going to be seeing of this round of 16. What a crazy map, made by Ptar 124 and mapped by River Team. A very goated song, first of all, love it, but as for the map itself, it is just straight up a really good CS 6.5 precision check. There's a lot of focus on full aim elements, right, in this map, and together with the overall length, right, and middle of the road 1 to minutes 30 seconds of drain time, it is going to be a decent attempt to go for something winning for the mrbeast Money here, especially after the HD1 that I have mentioned previously. The second part of this map was the reason why Team Waddle Dee did fall apart, and Team mrbeast Money was able to rise up on their ashes. Now it is time to consolidate, to continue using that weakness that they have just found, and with the banger song, with the banger mapping from River Team, we are going to be enjoying that as much as the players.
Alright, Hard Rock 2. Let's see if Waddle Dee can find themselves another breakpoint, or we are going to go back and forth and possibly see the last original in this pool. We've hit both originals in this matchup, which is wonderful to see, as we are supporting our local artists of Resurrection Cup, and as well as those mappers. Riverism is the one for this one on the Hard Rock 2. And when you think about precision, you think about those really odd wide angle aims, wide angle streams in terms of like precision. But it's a very consistent aim and streams, and especially on the BPM that we have, 192, going to be in the middle of the forest for BPM. Good luck, have fun's coming in the chat. Waddle Dee has their work cut out for them. A breakpoint is needed to be able to not bring this to tiebreaker, but tiebreaker is what the audience wants. It's what we want as the commentator booth, as we will love to commentate this match more. But now is the time. Map start, Hard Rock 2. This is the 7th map of our series here. And let's see what happens.
The intro is going to be happening right now, just getting some of that atmosphere, getting ready, and letting you just feel out the song for yourself as well. Some sliders are coming in, and well, you just gotta get used to the general timing of the song, right? The general rhythm, because it will not be changing much, especially after the first stream that we are going to be seeing. And first break, now double break coming in from Team Waddle Dee, and that is not a great omen as Boston Jabbies and Picapon are going down for the team. The only now, again, it is only an intro, but the map is not a long one to really consider that a small disadvantage, because already at 40k score difference in the intro and going in only up and up from this point, it is going to be just covering up as a snowball looking to just smash into the team Iris here and send them back towards the losers bracket. But of course, they're going to be doing the best that they can do to repel that situation, as Amasetti is going to be finally finding at least some kind of a trade of his own.
Yeah, still that one break from Aesthetic. And that's another break as well. Didn't mention his name. He breaks once again. The commentator curse strikes again. And it is going to be very comfortable combo for Waddle Dee here. You do have the two really high combos from Nujabes and TTV UFO. I think it was an early break from TS Fury. Picapone contesting the likes of that supporting combo from Anesthetic. But it is just the two FCs from Tutel and Lion. But that is a break from TS Fury, I believe, on the build-up for these kind of longer strings of jumps. Lion with a break there. It is two FCs on the board, with another huge supporting combo from Picapone as he is starting to gain his trajectory, his momentum in this Hard Rock 2, and the aim, the consistency. He's gonna miss the doubles, and once again, it is a triple break on Tutel, or excuse me, on the side of Mr. Beast Money, and that is a triple break that does not want to happen if you are a supporter of that Rose team. But TTV UFO, he's hit the doubles, he's hit the aim control section, the ult does not stop him at all, and as he's going through the second half of this map, the last parts of this ticking map, it is going to be a UFO FC coming up for y'all. And as a 350k score difference, that is another break point happening in this best of 9 match. And what you can have it any other way. The stakes are high for Mr. Beast Money as they need a break point to be able to push this to tiebreaker.
What an incredible FC from TTV UFO. I mean, I do not believe at least from the matches that I have commentated, I don't think I have seen the HR2 FC yet, but everything happens for the first time, and this time around I'm happy it did, because again, it is just such an incredible performance and a welcome one at that. The opposing team, Mr. Beast Money, was trying their best to really abuse it, but it seems like the HR is not really as much of an advantage towards the team as they have thought. And now Waddle Dee sitting at a match point. Mr. Beast Money cannot afford to lose any more maps. They have to get a breakpoint right in this moment. Whatever map Waddle Dee will be choosing now will be the decider. And that is why the stakes are so high. That is why we are going to be seeing who is going to be advancing possibly towards the quarterfinals of the Resurrection Cup 2026. But it depends on the map that we are going to be seeing chosen.
Alt map still available. A couple of the more consistency maps available too for Mr. Beast Money. The entire bottom row of maps is gone. And all you can see is Nomad 3, Hard Rock 1, DT1 and 3. And our last free mod map is, or excuse me, the last two free mod maps, free mod 1, free mod 3. And I understand why Waddle Dee is taking a bit to kind of warm up their map. I believe their pick is already ready. We just have yet to see it. Oh, there's a timeout. A couple of recuperation tactics here. A little timeout, a little stall. And I believe if you're looking at a map, maybe in terms of length, that we're requiring a timeout for this. Maybe free mod 1 is what they're going to go in for. Alt is still really, really good for Waddle Dee here. Nomad 3 with a snap alt, free mod 3 with also that kind of snap alt as well. So if you're going for any of those alt maps in this pool, Waddle Dee can pick into, I believe free mod 3 is most comfortable for them, just because you can deal with the other mods, especially on the hidden and as well as the hard rock. Mr. Beast Money does have a little bit of deficit on the hidden, or excuse me, not a deficit on the hidden, especially, well, we saw on the hidden too that they had a deficit, but on the free mod 3 could be different.
I mean, yes, they are a little bit not as certain, not as proficient on the reading aspects, on the actual AR reading, especially in hidden. So that makes sense, right? Especially compared to the team Waddle Dee that was just incredible in the qualifiers. But now, again, there is not a lot of maps left, and it is a big decision, not just because, let's just put it that way, all the skill sets that are still present on the table, Team Waddle Dee is able to play them, more or less, but they are going to have a lot of chances to pop out great performances. The problem is what they want to go for. If they want to go for some kind of a tech pick, they have two options. They have HR1, which is, again, HR has CS, a lot of opportunity to lose if you are not going to be able to hold enough combo, if you are going to be just slipping up a little bit because of the shaking the hands, or do you want to go for free mod 3? Which is a bit of a different type of stuff. It is of course still tech map, but it is also much more rhythm heavy, so you are not going to be affected that much by the shaking hands. But if you're going to just lose focus for just a moment, you will be missing a lot of accuracy and score, and it seems like the decision has been made. Free mod 3 is on the table, possibly last map of this match, and now the game is on. The time is now to show up and see who is going to be able to perform better, who is worthy enough to advance further towards the quarterfinals in the winners bracket, and who is less nervous after all. It is time.
Yeah, I've been hoping for this Fremont 3 to come in. This map's an absolute banger. In terms of song, in terms of map, and especially the aim control that you require for this map, the back and forths, the little bit of geometrical patterning in this Fremont 3 requires sheer aim control and at all. And especially on Hard Rock, you do have to buff that difficulty, especially for the Hard Rock players, by quite a bit, with the spacing just a little bit further, the geometry just a little bit more thinner. But not a lot of time left for the break here. Waddle Dee, that break was possibly needed. The timeout was possibly needed as well. They were probably looking at a lot of their options, as well as Hard Rock 1, maybe as well as the DTs, maybe the Fremont 1, as well as that Nomad 3. I believe the picks were between Nomad 3 and Fremont 3, and the poison that was picked was Fremont 3. Now Mr. Beast Money needs to down the poison and be able to withstand the attack of it. And that was Waddle Dee, being the viral infection that it is, to be able to bring this map to be 5-3, or it is going to be seeing the last original of this pool, which is tiebreaker. It's possible. Anything could be possible, especially on the Fremont 3 just like this one. We just have to wait and see. I believe your players will, of course, be P. Capone, TTV UFO, and I believe it's between... Plute and Teo's Fury for the hidden, because aim control for Plute, very, very comfortable. And I believe it is going to be P. Capone. I see we in the chat. Zumi, there was Vil Joy. I didn't see the third player for Mr. Beast Money, but I believe it's Anesthetic. His aim control is absolutely perfect. His aim control is really, really good in these kind of scenarios where the clutch needs to happen, and it is going to be Hard Rock for Anesthetic. No overmods this time around. It is 2 hiddens and 1 Hard Rock for both teams. Nujabi is on that Hard Rock contesting Anesthetic. TTV UFO, Picapone, Zumi, and Lion on the hiddens in the Fremont 3. Here we go, 2 minutes 30 seconds of that beautiful aim control ult.
Yeah, that's some upstarts. Again, the nerfs are going to be perfecting things quite a bit, especially as Nujabi is going to be the first one to find the break of this match on the HR, representing Waddle Dee, while Big Opponent and TTU4 are going to be trying their best to just pump out great performances on the HD. Big Opponent is not destined to get an FC, unfortunately. He's going to be traded thanks to Guts by Zumi from the team Mr. Beast Money, but this combo advantage is still going to be slightly leaning towards the team Mr. Beast Money, I believe, especially with the nose break coming in from Jabbies. But again, it is bad at first quarter, it is bad at first third. There is still a lot of map to go for. The accuracies are going to be a deciding factor, because we already see that they are not very high, sitting around 95 to 97% respectively. Zumi is going to find another break, giving that combo dashes back towards the team Waddle Dee. It is going to be recovered back, because again, Jabby is just not able to keep any combo on that HR, but the score difference is still sitting at a mere 10 to 15,000 score points, and everything is up for the grabs. It is time to show who is really able to get through that, as we are going to be heading towards the second half of this map.
Back and forth triples, not catching anybody off whatsoever, but it is just slight as so ever towards the side of Mr. Beast Money, but now into a couple of sliders. Here we go. Slider 6, very important to aim, especially on Hard Rock. It's going to be a little bit awkward for the Hard Rock players, though, but Amasthetic on a very high combo on Hard Rock is doing some wonders here, and the supporting combos coming back from TS Fury and Zumi. Lion contesting with UFO, but that's a huge amount of breaks on the side of Waddle Dee, and the tiebreaker looks like it's on the horizon. UFO needs to hold on, but Amasthetic finds the break on the Hard Rock. Lion and UFO, that's a lot of combos dropped for Mr. Beast Money. The lead is now on the side of Waddle Dee. Picapone finally finding a break in that supporting combo area, but Nujabes kind of denying the comeback here. Amasthetic breaks, but that's a Lion break, and what could have been the tiebreaker turns into a disaster for Mr. Beast Money as the red team falls behind, and Waddle Dee, victorious as it is, UFO with the FC, denying any comeback for Mr. Beast Money, and that is a 5-3 win with Waddle Dee moving on to the quarterfinals. Winners bracket.
Team Mr. Beast Money was reported for scamming on the Nomad 1, and now they are going to be facing the consequences, heading down towards the losers bracket. And what an incredible performance! It was really close. Lion and everyone from the team Red here were trying their best, but just unfortunately they were facing off against people who are not going to be messing around. They're going to be able to pump out the performances and show up and get some of those upsets going, getting towards that winners bracket and continuing further. Of course, the round of 16 match map pool would have did help them a little bit, but that is just the reality of the tournament scene, and now it is time to hope for the best for the team Mr. Beast Money in the losers bracket.
Yeah, it's going to be a losers bracket run for the 7th seed of the tournament, but the 10th seed, Waddle Dee, the victor. You see on their screen, Birchman, Picapone, Steam, Happy, Nujabes, and TTV UFO. I didn't even see Birchman play a single map that entire match, and he was in the lobby. I believe there's a couple of external things was happening with Birchman, but nonetheless, a very, very comfortable 5-3 win. Very sketchy at sometimes, but I believe that was a win that they really needed. So Mr. Beast Money will be waiting for the winner of Sunyan and sorry Mr. Niesel on the losers bracket, as well as the winners bracket. Waddle Dee will be waiting the winners of To Be Determined and Me Bumble. And so I believe that's it for us. There's still a couple of matches happening this Sunday at 18 UTC, 20 UTC, and as we arrive to the Monday for our last matches, we have 3 UTC on Monday, and as well as the last match between Narita, Top Road, and Nation. That is going to be 15 UTC, casted by yours truly, Torva, Zero, and Philixon. And anything else for you to say, Tommy, before we shut the stream off?
Stay out of the heat, stay hydrated, and stay tuned, because now it's only going to be going uphill from here.
And thank you, everybody. We'll see you, I believe, at 18 UTC for the next match. Take care.
Bye-bye.